Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 1st of October, and go the mighty Tigers.
We are from Tiger
Land.
No, yellow and black.
Yeah, yellow
Give
and
him
black.
the cue, he's hopeless. What sort of football supporter?
Well, no, we are
I'll
from
try that again. We are from Tiger
Land.
Oh, forget it. Let's just stick to real estate because it's just not going to work with anything musical.
I don't know what you're trying to get at. What's
wrong with you?
We are from Tiger.
You don't know what that follows up by.
Well, go on, tell me.
Well, you've never heard the Tigers theme song. It's the best song in the entire
AFL. It's not. GWS is the best song.
GWS.
It is.
It's some Cossack warrior sounding thing from a different time.
The GWS anthem is the song that the Cossacks play to themselves while sitting on their horses, sharpening their swords
about to kill
before
the
they
village.
go in and plunder a village.
Exactly right. Oh, what a celebration song that is.
So give me what was the point? Go on, give me the
Tigerland
paragraph.
song, and then they go, "We are from Tiger," and everybody in the entire stadium, except for the 8 people that are there for GWS, go, "Yellow and black!" Scream it, "Yellow and black!"
All right,
you don't know about that.
Didn't know that.
Where have you been?
I don't hang around listening to the Richmond Football Club song.
We forget sometimes that you are from Cootamundra. What was the Cootamundra football club?
Well, it was essentially rugby. It was a rugby town.
Is that right?
Yeah. We did have an AFL.
Did you ever play rugby?
Yeah, I did.
I never knew that about you.
I played
you just
rugby.
would have got trampled over. You were just a little fellow when you were young.
Let me tell you, rugby is a game
for big boys.
Not only big guys, but big guys with thick necks.
Yeah, I know.
And I was a little guy with quite a lovely neck, I don't mind saying.
Yeah.
But all I can tell you,
you just would have been trampled over.
It was an ugly game.
You would have been in those muddy Cootamundra football fields, just being brought out of the ground. You had an imprint of you on the ground left. Those guys are stomping over you.
It's a horrible game. Yeah. It's a horrible game.
Rugby is AFL's the best game of the world, and of course, Richmond Football Club, a proud team with a great supporter base, and of course, you know, my oldest mate, I used to barrack for Richmond. I was one of the few people that changed teams.
Matthew Marinacci,
Teo,
a shout out to Matthew Marinacci.
He said, you've got to barrack for the Tigers because Royce Hart's there and Kevin Bartlett and Emmett Dunn and all these people from the 70s. So of course I barracked for them, but then my mother said, son, barrack for Carlton, they're better. So I said I would because she grew up in Austria, so she would know.
So she knew a lot about football.
She knew a lot about AFL.
Ah, bless Edith. She was a woman of many talents.
She was.
The understanding of AFL was not one
Well,
of
the best was trying to talk to her about cricket. She said, you have to explain that to me, son, because what happens is someone throws a ball and everybody runs. That was her understanding cricket. You throw a ball, everyone runs. Anyway, interesting generation.
Do you think back in pre-war Austria, your mother was fascinated by sports that were played in Vienna? Like, has anybody ever played sport in Austria?
In Vienna? Well, they were skiing.
Yeah, we know the sort of sport they like, and it didn't end well, let me tell you.
Well at all. Phil, that's a bit of football.
You just lost it a little bit there.
Yeah, I think I just stayed with the
image came into your mind, and you
I
thought,
can see that.
That's thrown you off.
No, well, there you go, Phil.
Let's talk property, Gary.
They're the old days. We're in modern times, Philip, and we're in times where teams like Great Western Sydney get into the final.
Get off the football. Let's get into real estate.
We are from Tiger.
Black.
He's hopeless. All right, let's talk about real estate, Phil. No auctions on the weekend.
Not much happened.
A long weekend.
If you're wondering why we're blabbing on about arcane, ridiculous stuff, it's pretty much because nothing happened in Melbourne.
No.
Melbourne essentially stopped. There were some auctions around, but it's just a mere smattering of them.
It's a distraction to the best sport in town, which is auctions, Philip, on the weekend. And we didn't have any last weekend at all.
Nothing.
Just a handful over the whole of Melbourne. Nothing. A few people that sort of thought, well, we've got nothing else to do. We'll have an auction, but
we were open for inspection across the weekend.
So what did you do? You went to a few opens?
I went to a few opens. I did keep myself busy. Had a lovely barbecue. Just rested and relaxed and enjoyed the long weekend because you got to love Australia that we have the nation stops for a horse race and Victoria stops for a football game.
Hey, I owe an apology to the viewers that really watch this religiously and follow my horse because my horse didn't do so well.
Order of command. It was ordered or commanded to lose.
Yeah, well, I didn't do so well.
Where did it go?
It didn't. Well, it was disappointing, Philip. But I've got one running tomorrow in Sydney called AC Bow, and I've got Order of Command and Order of Fury both entered for Saturday, Philip, at Flemington. We could have an order, 2 brothers racing together on the same card. How about that?
So why are we talking about all of this?
Order of Command, Order of Fury, Saturday.
The first thing I'd like to do is just introduce you to my co-host today, which is Gary Peer. We were not sure whether he was on the planet or coming back. So it is Gary Peer here. And isn't it great that you've been away virtually week after week after week. And the most that you can add to this show when you come back is to talk to us about your it's not a fleet of racehorses. What is it? What is it when you own multiple racehorses?
It's a murder of racehorses, like a murder of crows.
No, seriously, what is it? Does one own a fleet of racehorses? Does one own a fleet of racehorses?
No.
Oh, it's your stable. He has a stable of racehorses. Yeah. All viewers we know is that there is clearly a working partner within this organisation that generates enough of a cash flow single-handedly to be able to let him frivolously flit around the world with his stable of racehorses.
I'm making a vow to you, Philip, an oath and a vow to the viewers of GPTV that I will be on every show for the rest of this year. Health permitting, I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere.
What a commitment.
There you go.
What a commitment.
Isn't that amazing?
I think the viewers actually were enjoying the changing stable of co-hosts just quietly.
Not at all. The numbers have dropped. I don't think anybody's even watching anymore.
The feedback that we've had from viewers is that it's fresher, it's brighter, it's more energised, and it's also easier on the eye.
No, that's not true, Philip, not at all. And I will get my hair cut. But Phil...
And your nasal hair and your ear hair and your eyebrows.
I've got a bit of nasal hair too. It grows quickly there, doesn't it, when you get older?
No, only on you.
Okay, I can't understand it. Well, let's review some of our sales, because we've had some monster sales, Phil.
It has.
And even though we didn't have any auctions last weekend, how about that big house on Kooyong Road that was sold
117 to
on the
119
Kooyong Road
and
Kia's
that
Court
now has a sold sticker on it. Gary, I must say I'm getting a lot of pleasure driving up and down Kooyong Road, which I've done about 18 times since the sold sticker went up.
Well, that's right. Just doing blocks.
It does look good. But shout out to the sellers, shout out to the buyers. What a beautiful house. And houses like that are really generational houses. The worst part about that house, Gary, is I think the family that have bought it are probably going to be there for about another 30 years.
That's very selfish.
Which is not good for us.
Very selfish people to do that, Phil. They need to sell every few years. It's better for business.
Yep.
The other big house that was sold, of course, was number 51 of Roona Road. Yep. Also sold. Expression of interest. And hey, Phil, even though there's no auctions to review, there was an auction to review that was last Wednesday.
Hey, yeah.
Can we talk about that,
so,
please?
viewers, shout out to Sally Zellman.
You see, when I'm back, we're on the ball, because all these things are just lost.
There's no question.
You can have 100 hosts, but I know what's going on.
There is no question. I'm going to pay you a compliment.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Right, the compliment is that you are well organised, and generally speaking, when you're my co-anchor, it does tend to stay on point. So there's no question. Mind you, you could just send us in a running sheet from your island in the Caribbean.
Caribbean, yeah. Bahamas, that got wiped out.
So, what were we talking about?
Talking about the commercial auction that you did, yeah.
So, viewers, you've got to
love it. We are from Tiger.
Land. You've got to, go on. You've got to love this, viewers. So, we've got an auction last week. Sally Zellman brought the property in. Simon Radonic and Sally handled it just beautifully.
I mean, talking about a couple of icons of the industry right there.
Absolutely. Anyway, 3 shops. Nicholson Street in Fitzroy North. Now, with respect to Fitzroy North.
How'd you go your drive there, Phil?
So you've got to love the drive. So I say to Darren, look, I'm in a hurry. I've got a million things on Wednesday.
Shocking driver.
Just tell me, how do I get there? So Darren says, no problems.
Good auctioneer.
Get into Hoddle.
Shocking driver.
Get into Hoddle Street. Go up Hoddle Street. Go through Clifton Hill, and then it curves to the right, kind of does a circle, loops over the loops over the freeway, and you're almost there. No problems, Darren. So, as you well understand, Gary, that every time we drive in our car, it's like driving our mobile office.
Yes.
You and I jump into the car, immediately make phone calls.
Never touch the phone.
So
not anymore. No,
so literally all the way from Caulfield to Clifton Hill, I'm on the phone. Series of high-level, high-powered conversations to the point that I'm driving, I'm in the lane, everything going smoothly, and then all of a sudden I find myself doing this curve, thinking Darren's given me good instructions, until I do the curve, realising it was the first curve that I went through. I should have gone through the second curve. The first curve took me onto the freeway to Doncaster.
Off to Ringwood you went.
And I'm now heading towards Doncaster. And it literally gave... I arrived in Nicholson Street, Fitzroy North, doing a lovely tour of the Chandler Highway, Alphington, Fairfield, Boathouse. It was lovely.
It's funny, you know... I've only ever get lost in one place in Melbourne, ever. Because, you know, when I was a young lad, Phil, this might interest some viewers, you know, going back
when you were a young lad,
many
centuries ago.
Many, you know, decades ago.
Long time.
And I used to collect rent all across Melbourne, Phil.
Yes, you did.
The one place I got caught and lost was in Upper Heidelberg Road. I'd just been going upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower. I couldn't get out. It was like the Bermuda Triangle. I just couldn't get out of upper, lower Heidelberg roads. They just stuffed me. Anywhere else in Melbourne was fine, but once I got to Heidelberg Road, it was all over.
It's funny how those things stay with you. you
Yeah, they do.
because I've got a fantastic sense of direction. Doesn't matter where I am, I generally can go, it's that way. And you either have that or you don't.
Okay,
But there
I'll
is one
take the Fifth Amendment on that,
area,
yep.
there is one area of Melbourne that we sell quite a lot around,
Yeah.
but Outer Crescent.
Where?
In
Brighton.
Brighton.
Oh, yeah, that could be a bit tricky too. Outer Crescent, Inner Crescent.
That Outer Crescent,
yeah.
Inner Crescent,
Yeah,
that little kind of loop
I don't know.
there
You
does,
can go around in circles
does
there too,
my
yeah.
head in.
And just, all you do is just give up and go to the pantry and have a coffee. Should we talk about the auctions coming this weekend? Because
Let's do it, Gary.
We've got 15 auctions.
15, we're back in
over
business.
7
Let's
suburbs.
have a look.
Put on your glass. We've got
Yep.
a couple of auctions at 10:30 a.m. We're going to be with a one-bedroom apartment in Punt Road in South Yarra. Michael Jonas is the agent.
Yep.
Jeremy Rose's auctions.
Yep.
St Hubert's Road, Carnegie, a great address. Graham Callum does that
St
auction.
Hubert's Road,
423.
Gary. Okay, St
Yes.
Hubert's Road was your first auction.
It was. It was my first auction. You were away, not for the reasons that I'm away, but for sad reasons at that time.
Lovely little story. This goes to show how long we've been doing this and how much history we've got together.
We are from Tiger
land.
Yellow.
So I was meant to do a auction for Harvey Ruglan.
Yes, that's
in
right.
St Hubert's Road.
Yes.
And then my dear father rings me to say he's in hospital.
Yeah,
he's just had a heart attack. I had to drive from Melbourne to Cootamundra, 7-hour journey
thank goodness
with my sister.
You know, he survived and he's been going for a long time.
And you know the most amazing thing about it, he had a heart attack in his early 50s, which theoretically, given the fact that he was down in the sheep yards when he had his heart attack, where there's just him and
the sheep,
2,000 sheep.
Yeah, well, they can give anyone a heart attack.
Right. Well, let me tell you, those sheep are not digitally connected.
No,
right. Has a heart attack there, survives. Should have not been with us. Early 50s. He's now 88.
Yeah, he is.
88.
And
Lucky number.
He's had a bit of a rough time, poor David, because he's broke his hip and haven't seen him out the golf course, but we'll see him soon.
He didn't break his hip. He broke his femur.
He broke his femur, did he?
Wherever the femur is.
The femur's connected to the thigh bone. The
thigh bone's connected to the knee bone.
And the knee bone's connected to Hill Street, Bentley, Philip, because Bentley East is your first auction. You're meeting Leon Gusenfitter there for this fantastic 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom property, Philip.
And what a great property it is. And shout out to our Bentley team who are doing a great job pushing our beachhead further and further into that marketplace.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about Roycroft, Philip, because I'm doing an 11:30 auction there.
Aren't you lucky? I would have liked to have done that auction,
I know you're
Gary.
lucky, but you would like to, but I'm keeping you away from it, Phil. But I'm going to be there in what can only be described as the most magnificent penthouse-style property,
Let
Philip.
me describe it, Gary, because you're hopeless when it comes to anything aesthetic or architecture. You're a good guy and a good negotiator, good auctioneer, good partner, but when it comes to understanding property, you know nothing. But that is the most beautiful building built by a very, very established family
Phil, it's
who built
okay to
this
say
building
who
and
built it.
spent
It was
a lot
Thorny.
of money.
It was Thorny that built it, Phil.
Thorny built
and
it.
Thorny, you know, were doing great quality stuff in Toorak, and they brought that quality.
And Brighton.
They brought that quality to North Road,
and
Philip.
this is
It's
in
beautiful
the Art
building.
Deco style, Gary. So this is timeless architecture, surrounded by gardens, beautiful position
A
there.
stunning
Walk to the beach in
penthouse,
North
Philip,
Road.
with sweeping views. This is massive. The terrace got magnificent views and it's huge. Looking forward to being the auctioneer of that one at 11:30, Philip.
Great.
One a bit of a feature property for this week. Philip, Wimbledon Avenue is a great,
in Elwood.
beautiful tree-lined avenue in Elwood. Jeremy Rosens gets to auction this incredible property, Unit 4 at 2 Wimbledon Avenue, Philip.
So
two
walk
bedroom,
from
one bathroom,
Wimbledon Avenue
one
there,
car.
Gary, to there's the Turkish restaurant in Brighton
Yeah, I
Road,
like
which
that
is
too.
now part of a stable that includes that one, and you're going to remember what it is because I'd like to shout out to them.
Starts with L.
Viewers, give us some feedback here. But they also have Tulum in Balaclava, in Carlisle Street. But wait for this. So they own the Turkish in Brighton Road, they own the Turkish in Carlisle Street, but they've just taken over Glass Merchants,
you said
which
that
is in Nelson
on the show once
Street.
before.
Which
That's
is,
a lot of tahini and hummus.
That is a lot of
hummus,
Turkish food coming at you, but
absolutely.
all great Turkish food.
Philip, we have double auction action at 12:30. We're going to be in Thomas Street at this incredible town residence, Philip, that you're going to be meeting Leon. I put Leo and Leon together as one person. That's dangerous. Leon Gusenfitter, or as my phone likes to say, Gausenfighter.
I know, Siri comes up with some great ways of pronouncing.
So tell us about this wonderful property in Thomas Street,
So we've got this wonderful woman who many of you have met
bedroom,
called
2-bathroom.
Lemore Herskovitz, and Siri refers to Lemore as Limor. So Siri, do a bit more work on
we've got a Limor, a Leon and a Leor, so it can get complicated, but they're all
anyway,
wonderful
this
people.
one in Thomas Street, fantastic property, great real estate, and we're doing so well in Thomas Street.
And that's your second auction, Philip. It's a quiet Saturday for you, but it is a busy day. We've been shoved into the corner. Jeremy Rosens is a busy boy with his fourth auction, Philip, and that's going to be in Warnoltal Road, Carnegie. He's going to be there with Mark Kirkham.
Yes.
And this is a wonderful town residence, Philip. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and parking for 2, Phil. We move on to Broadway. and Jeremy Rosens moves on again.
Wow, Jeremy's, I tell you what, Jeremy, you better have a strong carb load on Friday nights.
I think he's been invigorated from doing the show with you last week.
Well, he did a great job, I don't mind saying.
He does
he
a good
brings
job.
a certain panache to the show, Gary, that's sadly lacking.
He's a snappy dresser too,
when you're here.
Snappy dresser. 12 at 28, Broadway, Philip.
Yes.
George Benson had a great hit in the 70s called On Broadway, Philip, but this is an incredible location. We're calling it Bell on Broadway, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1 parks. And
walking distance to not only Ackland Street, but Glen Huntley Road, Elwood, or you could move around the corner to Ormond Road, Elwood. Great location. And of course, the beach. This is the summer edition. Greatest time to buy an apartment near the beach is, of course, about this time of year.
That brings down the curtain for Saturday's auction,
well,
Philip, but it raises
Gary,
on Sunday morning at 10:30.
Hang on a second, because we're on the roll about talking about property, but our feature property today is Merton Street in Caulfield North. Now, viewers, if you see one house this year, let alone buy one house this year, or buy one house in your lifetime.
I've never seen more than one house. If you go and check a house
Street
out
in Caulfield North. First of all, it's a beautiful address, the epicentre of the Golden Mile of Caulfield North. Now, we've got a team here, which is a team of Robert Richmond, Danny Milakovsky, and Rebecca Schneider. So Robert's the
dream team.
Robert's the builder, Danny's the landscape architect, and Beck Schneider is bringing a sense of style to Melbourne that Melbourne's been waiting for.
It's like,
doing so well.
If you put it to football, it's like Dusty Martin, Patrick Dangerfield, and Patrick Cripps.
Do you know what? It's the dream team. It's the dream team. Now, this is project number 4.
Which one would Rebecca be? Go on.
This is project number 4 for them. They keep raising the benchmark, and every time I see a house, I go, team, this is as good as it gets. And they go, thanks very much. Successful auction, happy buyers. Then they move on to the next one. I go, hey guys, this is unbelievable. And they just keep doing it. I do not know how they're going to raise the bar yet again, but they'll find a way.
They always do
Merton Street, come down and have a look at Merton Street. We're going to put the open for inspection times up on the screen, right coming at you, flashing now. They're flashing.
They're flashing. I like flashing opens.
Let's see if we can do that.
And well done to the team behind it, Philip. We're looking forward to that one coming up. Philip, on Sunday morning, you go and have a little sleep
we've still got more options.
We have, because Sunday you go have a little sleep in. I'll start off, don't worry. I've got it under control, Philip. At 10:30, I'm going to be in Goulet Street. I can't get out of Goulet Street, and I don't want to, Philip. I've just sold a house there, I've just sold an apartment there, both competitive auctions now.
Walking distance to Attica, to the Ripponlea train station, to Carlisle Street, to everywhere you want to be. Why wouldn't you buy in Goulet Street? Why are you still watching this? Go and buy Goulet Street.
Attica, Philip, of course, and the Ripponlea Wine Bar, and of course that's where we hung around as kids working. Me working in the milk bar there, England Eye Road for Sue and Michael.
I used to come into that milk bar when you were behind the counter, and I would wink at you like that, and I'd get a mixed bag of lollies. I'd give you $1, and you'd give me the $2 bag.
No, I don't think so, Philip. I don't know the statute of limitations of doing those sort of things.
Sue and Mike, they're
coming after me. I think it was probably the other way around. I probably gave me $1 bag for $2, but maths was never our strength side of us. How we got to real estate. Philip, this is a wonderful 1-bedroom apartment. It's been well attended, and Sally Zillman's handling it. And one of the things I love about Sally Zillman is she doesn't care if it's big or small, 1-bedroom or mansion. She's excited about everything. She brings that quality to work with.
Do you know what, Gary? There's an old Yiddish proverb that loosely translates to the small fish taste the sweetest.
Is that right? Yiddish proverb, is it?
It is. I believe it is.
Fair enough. There you
just
go.
Don't know how to say it in Yiddish.
Fair enough, Philip. At 11:30, I'm going to be in Hotham Street.
Hotham?
So this incredible 2-bedroom apartment.
Am I still not working yet?
No, you're not working, but we'll bring you on soon. Don't worry. But 11:30, I'm going to be. I'll just, that's the end of my weekend then. No, I'm going to be with you later on. But Philip, this particular apartment is a special apartment because it's got a fantastic courtyard.
Yes.
It's only a few years old.
Yes.
It's a sparkling modern building.
Yes.
And it is absolutely fantastic. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, great aspects.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to working on that with Daniel McMucker and Jeremy Rosen. 11:30 a.m.
Well described too, Gary. You did quite a good job then.
Because I've been involved with that one, Philip. At 12:30, there is double auction action. You're going to be meeting Leo Samuel in 22 Grey Street in Caulfield South.
What a good house that is, and what a great street that is.
Great
and what a great
home,
location. This is the family house, which buy this one, set and forget. You never need to think about real estate again because you just be deliriously happy there. As you walk to Delish, Fress, Mr. Brightside, there's a cafe in Hawthorne Road, which name I've just forgotten. Turquoise, yes. And then, of course, Princess Park. I mean, that's just family heaven.
It's all around there, Philip, and a wonderful home. And Leo Samuel, I know, has been very upbeat and excited about it, and whipping the team into a frenzy about how wonderful this home is, as Leo does. Philip, at 12:30, Jeremy Rosens goes out with Mark Kirkham to the property in Oran Road, just near our office, Philip. And we're talking about 5 at 299 Oran Road, St Kilda.
It's a massive apartment.
That's an oversized apartment. apartment,
I
Philip.
love these apartments.
Yeah, me
These are real old school real estate. You could virtually put 2 new apartments into this one, and you'd still have some extra space.
It is
thumpingly large.
See, I didn't even read that, Philip. It says oversized and overly delightful, Philip.
Well, a bit of a
Don't say that's
description
about me.
you,
I
really.
knew that was coming. Philip, we are going to have double auction action at 1:30 p.m. A wonderful property in Alma Road, 18231 Alma Road.
Yes.
Jeremy Rosen's auctions this wonderful home.
Jeremy's getting a workout this
He's
weekend,
getting a
isn't
real
he?
workout, Philip, but this is a
Can't
great
wait to
block.
ring him and suggest we go out on Sunday night.
Of course.
To maybe watch a band.
Why not? This is also 3-bedroom, 2 bathrooms, Philip, and parking space. But you are, I know, involved in this property, Marara Road. You've been making a lot of noise about it also. It goes off at 1:30 p.m. I'll come and join you at the auction there,
You
Phil.
should,
Tell us
because
a bit about it.
this is Shoalhaven's latest project, and they're really emerging as one of the best builders in the area. And this is one of the best opportunities you'll buy to buy one of these 2-storey residences. The attention to detail here is incredible, the quality throughout, the aesthetics, and of course you're in the Karawina Zone Park area.
You are.
So you're walking distance to the Caulfield Primary School, the park's in front of you, Mr Brightside at your doorstep as well. So beautiful property.
And we wrap up the weekend, Philip, on Sunday with another extraordinary property.
Extraordinary.
In Cloris Crescent, Philip.
Yes.
Now, how about this? Stunning town residence, Nikki Janover, has been doing backflips over this, as have our entire sales team, Philip, because this is another incredible listing.
Again, shout out to the builder there and the interior designer, because they've just done the most beautiful job. You literally, as you get out of the car and look at the facade, you know you're in for something special, and then you walk inside and just everything flows so beautifully. The attention to detail, the luxury, the quality. This is, and then of course Cloris. It's one of the best located streets.
Great street,
because
isn't
you
it?
could go this way and you're in on the tram in Glen Huntly Road. You go that way, you're in Hawthorne Road. You've got you're kind of equidistant between Caulfield
And just
Park
around the corner,
and Princess Park.
opposite the tram depot, you got the pizza place there, Phil.
Yep.
I like that
very
pizza place.
good pizza walking distance.
I'm like you. I like really good food
well,
places too. I like the
clearly,
pizza place
you
there.
know how to eat pizza, Gary.
That's a big wrap on GPTV. Philip, we made a promise to the viewers that we wouldn't go on for too long. We've broken that promise.
I reckon this is going to top out at about 30 minutes.
It could well.
Viewers, let's get back to life. The footy season starts, I think, in about 4 months' time. So get ready for the footy.
The Blue Boys up there.
Get ready for the footy to start again. Spring is in the air. The year is coming to a conclusion. It's not too late to ring us. Thank you for watching. I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fantastic week.
The year's coming to a conclusion.
It is.
You think so?
A real estate year.
Okay, fair enough. Well, for sales or listings?
I've already said goodbye.
Oh, so the show's over now?
Yeah.
Okay, see you next week. Bye.